Hi, I'm Julie Parker. Thank you so much for joining me. I wanted to mention something that I think can be very, very powerful in any dental practice. As you know, you've probably got a mission statement and a customer service policy and possibly even a team culture written down, tucked away somewhere within the practice, never to be seen again. And if you ask any team member what those policies are, few of you would be able to recite them from your memory. The thing with policies and protocols is if for them to be really effective, they need to be short, succinct, easy to remember, and truly resonate as well. We want to be able to roll these things out in our everyday lives. Now, I think I've come up with a one-statement policy that covers customer service, team culture, and leadership within your organisation. And that one line is a question. What can I do for you? What can I do for you? Now, this question is highly impactful. When you think about yourself ever asking that question of another person, what can I do for you? You consider what mindset you have. You have a desire to help another human being. You also see yourself as being capable of providing that help. And it brings us all in together as a team when we all have that concept that we're all in this together and that we can all help each other achieve our goals for the day, meet our responsibilities for the day. And by the end of the day, because of each other, we've all got through and everything's been done. Now let's break it down into customer service, team, and leadership. From a customer service perspective, any policy that a company puts out, all they really want is to have the team members, the staff members, be as helpful as possible with their clients. In a dental surgery situation, it's with the patients. And so as a team member, if we are constantly thinking about what we can do to help patients be more comfortable, be better educated about what's going on for themselves dentally, be lying back in the chair with reduced anxiety, always asking that question to the patient, what can I do for you? Can I get you a neck pillow while you're lying back in the chair? Can I explain that to you again? I don't want to confuse the situation. What can I do in terms of follow-up with the patient? They seemed a little bit more anxious than normal. What can I do for that person? I'm going to walk them out to their car, or I'm going to get the receptionist to do a TLC phone call the next day. So you imagine your whole team constantly looking at the patients within the surgery, thinking, what can I do for them? What can I do to make their experience more positive? Now let's shift into teamwork. You're busily in the surgery and somebody pops their head in and says, I've got 10 minutes spare. What can I do for you? Let me help you with your room changeover. Can I do that steri for you? As a receptionist, a nurse comes up because they've had a fail to attend. She comes up and she says, I've got half an hour. What can I do for you? Whew, you can start the recalls. Fantastic. I'll do that for you. And as a boss, can you imagine constantly hearing your team members ask each other with genuine interest and genuine care, what can I do for you? You've got each other's back as team members when you are out there for each other's success. That's an enormous amount of support. And that mind shift from, I just want to get through my day and my responsibilities so I can go home, is quite different to the mind shift into, what can I do for you? I can get my stuff done, but I can also get your stuff done as well because others are helping me get my stuff done. And so together we've got to each one of us individually have our own set of responsibilities, but we have the overall management and dealing with those responsibilities. We shoulder that together and we move through that together. Many times staff members are shy in asking help from somebody else because it may indicate that I'm not doing my job properly, or I'm a little bit incompetent, or that person's not going to want to do it and I don't want them gossiping behind my back. But if you really do bring as part of your team culture, what can I do for you? then it becomes permission. Everyone has made an agreement that it is okay to ask that question. Indeed, not just okay, but desirable, preferred, if that question is asked of each other all the way through the day. And now let's go into leadership. I want to give you a scenario. Yearly job evaluation, role evaluation. I don't know anybody that likes this kind of meetings, bosses or employees. And you go in and you sit at the table and your boss is across from you. And instead of getting out all the notes of the assessment over the past 6 months or year or 1 month or whatever the time period's been, they instead push all their notes aside. They sit back and they say, what can I do for you? What can I do for you to create a better environment for you to perform in, for you to be more productive, more efficient, more happy, feel more well supported? What can I do for you to create the environment that you need to be a top performer? Tell me what I'm here for you. This is my job. I'm a leader within this organization. This is my role, is to get the best out of you. So tell me what I can do for you. It's a completely different mind shift. It's a different mindset to look at your employees with, rather than looking at your employees and thinking, why aren't they doing everything exactly that was stated in the last staff meeting within the protocols that we've already got written down, within the practice manual? They'll have to read it all again. We're instead asking ourselves as leaders of the organisation, what am I missing here? I have to be curious about what I can do to help them generate the results that's going to be good for the whole practice. And so the relationship between leaders and employees changes dramatically with, what can I do for you? Even better, if after the boss has said, what can I do for you, then the employee counteracts with, now that I've discussed what I need to be great, what can I do for you? Is there anything I can do for you to help you to be great too? Yes, you could be more open with me about my leadership skills I really want to improve. Or in the dental surgery, can you imagine having the relationship between the dentist and the assistant that after a patient leaves, if either side have identified something that could improve future experiences of dental patients, then they're actually suggesting those things. They've got the kind of working relationship where they say, I know I have a huge role to play in the efficiency, productivity and happiness within your surgery. What can I do for you to help you in your role in this room? It's 50-50 here. So I think what can I do for you is an enormously powerful question. It can become the most powerful question in your practice. And it's easy to remember and it resonates. And to help dental practice teams that I work with implement this as part of what they do, part of how they behave, I've made up these silicone wristbands. And on the silicone wristband, it's got imprinted in on it, what can I do for you? The question. And if in your morning huddle each morning, you've got a bowl of these wristbands and you've got a reminder on your morning huddle every day for a week, 2 weeks, a month, whatever time period makes sense, whatever time period passes, that once you've been doing this, you think, yeah, this is what we do now. Then you can pick out a band, pop it on your wrist, and that is a constant reminder. You've anchored in all the thoughts around what can I do for you. And so every time you look at it, feel it, touch it, aware of it, it brings you back into that mindset of what can I do for you. So even if you find yourself getting a bit grumpy with a fellow team member or getting a bit impatient with a patient, then you can be reminded to come back to that space of, no, what can I do for them? What can I do for this person? What can I do for this situation to make it better, to bring about a better result? And I tell you, I tested this out on myself. I've been doing this for about a year and a half now. And when I first put this on, I left it on my wrist all the time. And even as a driver in the streets, where I normally be pretty impatient to drive, I was becoming much more patient, a much more courteous driver, allowing other people to cut in front of me, that's fine. And some of the dental teams that I've worked with that have implemented this, they have started wearing it home. And all of a sudden, there was one particular instance that I remember where a dentist said, I wear it home. I told my children about it. They're primary school age children. I told my children about it. And next thing, I start hearing them ask their mother, what can I do for you while she's cooking dinner? They're asking each other, what can I do for you? They're having a giggle about it, like it's a bit of a game, but it's helping them ask each other and be helpful with one another. So you think about that generosity of spirit that you tap into when you truly want to help another human being. And this is why this process can be very powerful in your organization. So I'm sending out a bunch of these to your particular practice, and then you can watch this video together and really anchor that feeling into your wristband, pop it on every day, and let's just see if it has an impact. Good luck with it. Please contact me anytime if you'd like to discuss any aspect of it, and I'd love to hear if it's working for you. See you later.